Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be on my absolute, without a doubt, favorite makeup product, and that is highlighters. People are obsessed with highlighters. Highlighters are everywhere. They are in videos, they are in photos, they are all over YouTube, they are all over Instagram. Every company has a highlighter. Companies that never ever even intended probably on having a highlighter now have a highlighter. Highlighters are a big deal. I was first introduced to a highlighter by Jaclyn Hills when she came out with Champagne Pop with BECCA, and ever since I've just been absolutely obsessed with highlighters. They're probably the product that I get the most excited to buy, and they're definitely the product that I get the most excited to talk about. So I am finally throwing together a video of all of my favorite highlighters. I am going to be talking about some high-end highlighters, some drugstore highlighters, different color highlighters, holographic highlighters. You name it, we're probably going to be talking about it. That being said, I have so many highlighters to talk about, and I really don't want this video to be too long, so I'm going to jump right in. So if you're interested in what highlighters are going to get your highlight on fleek, girl, then you better keep watching. Okay, so I just don't think it would be a favorite highlighters video if I didn't talk first about Jaclyn Hills' collaboration with BECCA. Champagne Pop is just, it's probably what got this whole highlighter thing started in the first place. The formula is amazing, and it is just, I mean, come on. It's not even going to do it justice. It is good for all skin tones. It is good if you want a subtle highlight. You can apply more if you want a more dramatic highlight. It is just, in my opinion, the king cobra of all highlights. Thank you, Jaclyn Hills, for making it. You're amazing, and you literally changed the world with this highlighter because people just are obsessed now. It originally came out in this, oh my god, it's so gross, I can't even show you, but it was a little palette that said BECCA and Jaclyn Hills, and as you can see, I absolutely hated it. It had pearl, it had this blushed copper, which I do still use, and then in the middle was the Champagne Pop, and girl, it did not last long because I used it all. It is one of the only makeup products that I've actually had to rebuy other than like a basic setting spray or stuff that you go through all the time, and I will continue to rebuy it for a long time because it's amazing. It now comes in these pans. This one is broken, so sorry, but it comes with a blush and the Champagne Pop, and she actually came out with a Prosecco Pop as well. I do not have that, nor have I tried it, but I've heard it's pretty much the same as Champagne Pop. So if you are new to the highlighter game and you just want like the best one ever, you better start out with Champagne Pop because, girl, there aren't any better. The next company that definitely has the highlight down pat is Anastasia Beverly Hills. I have their two newer specialty palettes. I don't have the newest, the Aurora, I believe it's called, but I do plan on getting it. I've just heard it's very similar to the Moonchild, so I'm not sure if it's really worth it. I've heard also that the two other palettes that she came out with first are just basic highlight and contour palettes, and that they're like, okay, they're not that great. I haven't tried them personally, so I can't speak on that, but I will tell you that these two glow kits are thebomb.com. This is her collaboration with Nicole Guerriero. I have not stopped using this since I got it. This white shade is literally everything. It gives me chills. It makes me lose sleep at night. I can't stop using it. I use it with other highlights. I use it alone. I use it with cream highlights. This pink is also really pretty and very different. Some of these, this Glow Getter, the bronze colors in this palette, they're beautiful. I used this a lot when I was on vacation. I've also used it when my skin has been a little bit lighter. It's just a great palette. This palette, the Moonchild Glow Kit, sadly, it broke on me, so I can't fully show you, but as you can see, it is a beautiful palette. The whole goal of this palette was to have some different shades in there and kind of just like change up what we know as a highlight. In my opinion, they were one of the first companies to really do that, to kind of come out with these highlights that aren't your basic highlighting shades, and they have like purple and pink hues to them. They're absolutely beautiful. If you want an everyday normal highlighting palette, I would recommend this one. If you want one that's a little bit different, I would recommend this one. So either one, they're really cool. Just kind of depends on what kind of highlight you're looking for. I do currently have a little bit of this white shade on top of another highlight that I'm going to talk about later in the video, and a little bit on my brow bone as well. So, I mean, you can layer it on top of creams, and it's just always going to be beautiful, and it's always going to be flawless. While we are on the topic of highlighting palettes, I do want to talk about the Tarte Pro Glow. I don't have to talk about it too much because I just did a favorites video on it, but it is 2 contour shades on the bottom, a cream and a powder, but let me tell you, it feels like a cream. And then the 4 highlighting shades on top. I literally used this nonstop when I was on vacation. Every single shade just looked so pretty on my tan skin, and I just like couldn't stop. I didn't even really wear it with makeup most of the time. I just applied. I mean, like, that's insane. It's a beautiful, beautiful palette, and you're getting the contour shades in there as well. Sorry, I'm blinding you. The package is even blinding, so clearly the highlights are blinding too. Before I was blinded by the highlight, I was saying that you're getting the contour shades and the highlighting shades, so it's a great deal, and I highly recommend this one. Next up is a highlight that when I first heard about it, I couldn't get my hands on it. I tried to find it in the store, I tried to find it online, and it was always sold out because, of course, Jaclyn Hills talked about it, so then everybody needs to have it. And sometimes I get my hands on something that she talks about and I don't love it, like the Vanish Foundation Stick. I just don't think it's that great. But this, woo, girl, she was not lying about this. I'm not saying that she's a liar. Clearly different products work for different people. Just want to put that in there. I love Jaclyn Hills. But yeah, this is a liquid highlight. It is the Cover FX Custom Enhancer Drops. They do have bronzers as well. And basically, you just put a little drop on there, and then you just do one of these. And girl, you have the most metallic, reflective, shiny highlight that the world has ever seen. I do think this might actually be one of the most blinding highlights. I mean, come on, it's insane. I've had this for a really long time. I haven't used a lot of it. You saw I kind of put a lot on my hand, and it really, like, I could like cover my whole hand with it. Once you blend it in, as you see, it does blend into a little bit more of a sheer coverage highlighter. So you can blend it in, you can build it up, you can mix it with your foundation for an all over kind of metallic, glamorous look. There's so much you can do with this. They don't dry that quickly. They actually almost like never fully dry. I don't want to say that because obviously like it's dry on my hand right now, but like just the way they blend in, they always just are kind of moving and shining, and I just think it's a great formula. So yeah, this is a really good one. I'd highly recommend it. It is a little steep, but it's definitely worth the price. I wanted to talk about a new highlighter that I actually bought for the purpose of this video. I had heard a lot of people say that they didn't like this highlighter, so I really wanted to test it out and kind of see what I thought of it, and turns out I love it. It is the Milk Makeup Holographic Stick. I've been talking a lot about Milk makeup products lately, and I think I need to do a full video kind of just about the brand as a whole, maybe even test out some of the ones I haven't tried yet, because they're an up-and-coming brand and I think that they're pretty cool. And this highlighter is definitely one of the reasons why I think they are cool. I mean, hi. I don't think you can really see it, but let me tell you, it is purple. It is beautiful, reflective, and I actually heard that it looks really good on the body, and I don't have any highlight on my body right now, so I'm going to, oh, okay, yeah, yeah. So obviously that looks ridiculous. So what I will do when I put a cream highlight on like that, I will kind of just use a beauty blender, maybe even spray some Smashbox primer water and just blend it out, and yeah, girl, It definitely looks really pretty on the skin as well. I believe Laura Lee was the one that said that it originally looked so good on the skin, and I'm definitely gonna have to agree with her. I wore it on my face last weekend at my mom's retirement dinner. I got a ton of compliments on it. People thought it was cool. They thought it was different. They wanted to know what was on my face. I think it's really good, you know, with a new company like that, for them to have this many products that are hits, especially a highlighter that is such a popular product, and they already have a second one that just came out, and I think they even have one that's not holographic before. Like, they're killing it. They're knocking it out of the park. So I would definitely recommend this, especially it's so easy, quick, on the go. Love this guy. Next up, I have two different highlighters. They are both from the brand Younique. I'm going to talk about this one first. This is actually a new highlighter formula that came out. It is advertised as a highlighter. It comes in a stick version, a powder version, and then like a cream version, like that's like almost in a tube that you can squeeze out and put on. I was a little skeptical at first, just because to come out with all those different kinds of highlighters all at once could be a little aggressive for some companies, but Younique nailed it. Let me tell you, this highlighter is everything. I actually have it on underneath the Nicole Guerriero Anastasia palette. A little trick, if you do want your highlight to stand out a lot more, or if you're working with a highlight that you're kind of having trouble building like to the highlight, to the sparkle, to the shine that you want, you should always put down a cream first. The powder is a powder, so even though some highlighters have a little bit of a creamier formula, they will eventually kind of break off the skin and kind of just fly around. If you put down a cream highlighter first, it will just intensify it because it will stick to the cream. It's almost like putting down, you know, Smashbox Primer Water or MAC Fix Plus. It's just gonna make it look so shiny, so pretty. You can see it looks literally like it's baked into my skin. It is so beautiful. I love it. It's my new favorite combination. I have been using it nonstop, and I just think that they really nailed it. And this is only one color. This is in the shade Iridescent. They have like 4 other colors, and they're all absolutely beautiful. Another product from Younique that I really like to use as a highlighter is the Moodstruck Minerals Pigment. This stuff is, it is a highlight, man. This is it over here. You can see it really does compete with this product that was actually made to be a highlighter, and it is only an eyeshadow. It's 12 bucks. It comes in here, but I've had this for a year and I can never go through all of it because you need the tiniest bit. I will say it is a powder, and because it is a mineral powder, it is very fine, so it could show some texture on your face. But if you layer it with a cream or spray down some of the primer water or whatever you're using, you'll definitely see a difference, and it will stick a little bit more. I like to use it a lot on my eyebrows and also on the inner corner, but really it looks beautiful all over the face, and I can't believe it's only $12 and it's an eyeshadow. It should be marketed as a highlighter. By the way, it is in the shade Sexy, but I will link all of these highlighters down below, so if you like one, you can kind of just click it and go. Next up, I have 2 highlighters that are a little bit newer to my collection. I actually bought them because I heard that they were like, okay. They are from Colourpop. They're $8, so I really honestly was not expecting much, but girl, let me tell you, I was wrong. I have never been more shocked in a makeup product. They come in these little pigment things. Mind you, I have never tried one of their eyeshadows even, so I really didn't know what the texture was, but I assumed an eyeshadow, a powder, and these are in a similar casing, so I just assumed that these were gonna be a powder too. Nope, I was wrong. So I opened this little puppy up. This one is in the shade Lunch Money. You can kind of see it, and I stick my finger on it, and it's a cream. My mind is blown. I legit sat in my car touching it and swatching it for the next 10 minutes because I just couldn't comprehend that it was a cream. It is amazing now that I think about it, but at the time I just couldn't comprehend it. So it is a beautiful golden color. As you can see, it is good for a subtle highlight, but again, you could build it just like all of these. Any highlight, if people tell you you can't build it, they're lying. You can. So yeah, this one is really pretty. And then I also picked up this one, and this is in the shade Wisp. And this one is also really pretty. I will probably use these more, I would say, in the summer. I will say though, I've heard that they dry out, so you've got to make sure that you seal them, but honestly, it's $8. So if it dries out, I'll just buy another one. I'm good. Next up is the Heavens Hue Highlighter by Stella. This is in the shade Transcendence, and it is a beautiful pinky purple shade. I do have to say it doesn't swatch the best, but if you use it with a thicker brush, you can definitely get the highlight on there, and it's hard to see right now, but once you put it on the face, it is gorgeous. I can add a little bit just to kind of show you. It has a very beautiful purple hue to it. There are two other shades. One is more of a bronzy shade. One is more of, you know, that white highlighter. It's actually kitten or kitty or whatever that is, which is like a typical color that they have in eyeshadow. I think they have it in the metals, these things, these little eyeshadow, cream eyeshadow sticks. Now, lastly, I have a highlighter that I'm not going to say it's the best highlighter in the world, but I recently did a first impressions video. And if you saw that first impressions video, you saw my chin literally drop through the floor into my neighbor's apartment when I tried this highlighter. This is the Revolution Makeup Revolution London Vivid Baked Highlighter. Baked highlighters are amazing because they already kind of just melt into your face when you put them on, but this one is even better than most I've ever used. I would say it is a dupe for the Laura Geller Gilded Honey, I think it is. It's just so pretty. It is a little powdery, but you can use a spray or whatever to fix it. Girl, this is so bling blingin' that I am just not even worried about it. The best part is, it is $5. Yes, you heard me. It's only $5. It comes in other shades as well, so if you're not into this golden light shade that I am, I mean, look at this. Honestly, this swatch is pretty insane. It's honestly probably one of the best swatches I did all day. Sorry, other highlighters, but it's pretty serious, and it's only $5. Thank you for watching this video. Make sure to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. And as always, I'll see you in my next video. Bye!